Hello everybody, welcome to my DCS stream. This is the first setup with some new audio settings, so please let me know if you spot any problems. That would be really appreciated. This is all new to me and I've been learning a lot of technical stuff, so I'm still on a steep learning curve, so thank you kindly for any comments. Please feel free to like and subscribe. That would really help me grow the channel and get the confidence to do more content. We're flying in DCS and there is a BeRmUdA's online UK server. It's 4YA in square brackets training 24/7 BeRmUdA's online UK. What I'm going to do is take a picture of that just in case anybody asks in the chat what the server is and I can't remember. Again, this is all new to me, so please bear with me. All right. Okay. Okay, let's join the server. I'm hoping you can hear me. Let me check my audio settings. Everything looks okay. So that's not to say there is something that I haven't ticked or ticked, which shouldn't be ticked. Okay. I'm just looking at my mixing desk here and just trying to see if there's anything obviously wrong. There's no game audio yet. Everything looks okay for the minute, but obviously, let's have a look. Alright, so my username in DCS is BeRmUdA, so hopefully you'll spot me in the server playlist. I'll let you know where I'm going to fly from in a minute. It looks like Cobuletti is a good active airfield, so I'm going to dynamic spawn into there in my F-18. I'll wait around in there for a few minutes. It takes a while to auto start the plane, so there we go. I'm going F-18. 013 is my number. Don't make the mistake that I did of loading your plane with gun ammo. You see it's at 100%. That has to be 0. This is an aerobatic server. You can't go shooting anybody down. You will get kicked out for that. Fictional UK Air Force livery. Okay, that should load us in. Oh, that was very loud. Okay. It doesn't look like any game audio is coming through. Let me try and find out why. Sorry about this, just bear with me. Okay. Okay, that's coming out of my computer speakers, which is not what I want. Sorry about this. If anybody is watching and you can let me know whether you can hear game audio, please let me know. I'm not sure you can. Right, okay, so I want to mute that channel. Okay, I learned something new there. Okay, let's go back in game. I do have SRS running, but again, not sure whether you can hear any audio. I love this airfield in the aerobatic server. You get some really, really good displays of flying. Sometimes not so good. It's very easy to lose situational awareness and hit the ground, or occasionally another player, which obviously is frowned upon. That's some good flying there. Wow. Trust me, that's not a passenger plane up there. We're probably going to get a sonic boom here. Yes, no? No, that was almost like a public air display. Okay, so I am running a eye tracker. That's better. Okay, so please bear with me. Let's close the cockpit. Okay, there I am. Thanks, Stuart. Bit of an echo. Appreciate that. I'll try and remedy that. I think my equalizer settings may be a bit aggressive with the compression and gain. So I'll have a look at that in a minute. Maybe I can just turn it down a little bit. Okay, I have lowered my mic audio a little bit. Maybe that helps. Thanks for the comment. Appreciate that, Stuart. I'm not a sound engineer. I've literally spent all this week using a famous, well-known AI program. Oh, that looks nasty there. That could have been nasty there. Somebody landing. What is that plane? Is that a Russian SU? This is where I'm going to embarrass myself with... no, that doesn't look Russian. Or does it? Yeah, it does. Yeah, I'm sure that's a Russian SU. I love flying in this. Right, let's get the plane started. Okay, I do remove the flight stick there just while everything is running through. Thanks, Stuart. No problems, just feedback maybe. Okay. I am running a £17 headset. I don't mind admitting that. I have got a more expensive brand, which is more suitable for live streaming. And once I got my audio settings better, then I will plug that in. If these get damaged, destroyed, and I'm sure you can destroy a set of headphones if you do something silly, then at least a £17 headset is more bearable rather than a headset more expensive than £17. I won't say the price because I'll cry how much I paid for a set of headphones. Alright, the plane is starting off. Hopefully we'll get some engine noise in a minute. No. Right, I'm not getting any gain sounds. I've done something wrong. Okay. I am getting audio in on the meter, so B3. Okay. There must be a problem here. Right, apologies if this gets a bit loud, but I'm just going to try and find out why So I had some audio coming into my headset, but I'm not sure you're hearing this. Apologies. The game audio in Streamlabs Hey Steve, thanks for the input. Same for me, very muffled sound and an echo. Yeah, I think I'm going to need to employ the services of a professional sound engineer. I've spent literally all week trying to get my inputs and outputs the right way around. So I don't think I've done a very good job, to be honest. So yeah, I think I'm going to have a search around for a really good sound engineer. Mind you, any sound engineer at the minute will probably do a better job than I've done. Someone's had a bit of an embarrassing moment there. The ground came up and met them. Right, let me try and figure this audio out. Thanks, Steve. I'm watching on my PC YouTube. Okay. So yeah, obviously that's better than probably watching it on phone. I'm getting distracted by all the excellent displays that are flying here. That is just, amazingly good. Okay, so concerned that I need to get the audio output of the game, because we're going to lose immersion otherwise. I mean, I'm hearing it. Can you hear any game audio? You should hear my jet spooled up now. If I go outside, you probably should hear it better. Actually, let me open the cockpit. Thanks, Steve. Video feed is fine. So you can hear the audio from the game well. The audio sound in my headset is pretty good. Not too loud. Okay, let me get airborne. If anybody has... What is going on there? That's new to me. Just get my head tracker aligned. So apologies, I am kind of looking at my other monitor here, so I'll try and remember that I'm broadcasting live to the wider world and this, and not to selfishly keep looking where I want to look. I want to be looking where you want me to look. So if I just look at the F10 map, I'm assuming you're familiar with DCS, so apologies if you're not. We are at... I'm probably going to pronounce this airfield wrong. This is Cobaleti. And as you can see, it's a really nice map. There is a valley run, which I fail abysmally at every time. It's a bit like Top Gun Maverick. I just cannot get the plane low enough to go through the pylons. But we'll have a fly out there. If I put the waypoints on, I thought there was a... waypoint set. Oh, well. Let's fly out there anyway. I know roughly the way. Let's get back in plane. What I am going to do is put a couple of external tanks on, so we can have a bit of fun. What is happening here with this? I've never seen this before. If anyone is an expert in DCS and can explain what's happening there, what am I seeing? That'd be really appreciated. I need to... SRS isn't working. So it'd be nice to get the chatter from other pilots. Sorry about the video feed jumping around there. Let me see if I can connect and get a radio check. Again, this may Sorry if you're getting an echo there because I'm feeding out on SRS, although it shouldn't be passing out through the mic. Again, apologies if you're experiencing audio issues. Please let me know what they are. Steve was saying no game audio. My audio is inaudible, very laggy, massive echo. All right. Maybe I just need to shut up then. And I need to get somebody in. I'm not a sound engineer. No excuses, obviously. I'm trying to set a live streaming channel up and very laggy and massive echo. Okay. Let's see if I can monitor. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Right, so test 1 2 3. Right, sorry about that. A lot of apologies today. Rather naively, I thought I'd nailed it. I thought I'd got the audio, you know, pretty much there, but I can't even get SRS chatter working. Bermuda in F18 at Coboletti for a radio check, please. Nothing. Maybe I should move the camera to the other monitor because I spend most of my time looking at it at the minute. Game capture audio. It's got to be to do with the mixing desk, how I've fed everything out. Audio B3. Okay, I think track 4. Sorry about this. Let me just try and see if I can get game audio in. I'm not sure anybody else has joined, so even though I still feel a bit disappointed with myself that I haven't got this working, at least no one else is flying with me by the looks of it. Okay, so let me see if I can get this working. Let me just turn the volume down slightly, just in case it does. I am successful in getting it working, although that's probably wishful thinking. More he is. Here goes nothing. Okay. Steve, still no game audio, maybe because you're not flying yet. Thank you for the confidence you've got in me, but I don't think it's that. I think it's because I don't know what I'm doing with the audio, to be honest. Voice improved, still an echo. It's almost like feedback. Yeah, I'm definitely 100% happy that I haven't got the audio coming back in on itself. I think what I may have is two audio inputs within the live stream software that seems to be probably picking it up from two mic outputs, which I was really careful not to do. But yeah, apologies for that. Or it could be my equalizer settings. Right, let me just try and see if I can get gain. We can hit right. Audio monitoring is off. We may, no, that's not right. You know what, I should have come online earlier and tested all this. I didn't think I need to. Oh, what a newbie mistake, huh? Okay. Oh no, hold on, that's DCS. Right, so clearly something is wrong here with my outputs because it's picking up my microphone. So apologies, you might be getting definitely some echo and feedback now. I'm going to run out of fuel before I actually get off the ground in a minute. Okay. If you do know any professional sound engineers, please forward their email address or details in the comments. Or send me a private post on YouTube, feed, Facebook or Twitch. I'm sure they'd have it nailed in 5 minutes. What I have spent probably 40 hours this week trying to figure out. It's a good job I got some water here. I'm probably going to lose my voice in a few minutes, but you're not going to be able to hear me anyway. So a blessing in disguise. Okay. Well, let me just try and figure out what's happening here. I think I'm just getting my inputs and outputs mixed up because the virtual cables and that I'm using, without trying to sound like I know what I'm talking about, it's all centered around which end of the cable you're dealing with. So cable input is coming from the playback device. Look at that. That's definitely the Harrier jump jet. Love that plane. Why is it in red though? Really no idea why that is. That was impressive. Sorry, I'm getting distracted again. Okay. That's an improvement with the monitoring off. That's better. Steve, I don't think I've actually done anything. This is the kind of the the extent of my experience, but I appreciate the comments and the rolling update. Without your help, I'd be none the wiser, and I'd be happily streaming, thinking, you know, the world and their dog could hear me. So okay. Oh no, hold on. Oh. There's definitely a massive echo and feedback loop there that I've just had when I tested the audio, but hopefully that's just me being silly with the monitoring here. DCS can audio. Right. I'm going to have one shot at this, and what I'll probably do is abandon the session because what I don't want to do is just make a total mess of the audio. I mean, I'm happy to fly. You're more than welcome to fly with me, but obviously it's not going to be very enjoyable on the kind of group flight if we can't talk to each other. So I'm getting input on my SRS chat as well. That should be quiet. It's definitely picking up some audio. Okay. Seems to be a lot of bass. Okay, well my equalizer settings I can move. Let me make it totally flat. Okay. So what I've done there, Steve, is my microphone audio is now totally flat. No effects on it, other than a noise gate. I don't want people who fly with me and watch the streams to get any background noise. So in terms of effects and equalizer settings, that's totally flat now. Maybe it's this microphone, like I said, £17 headset. I'm getting distracted again. Yes, mate, that is awesome flying. I just love the visuals on this game. Look at the thrust vectoring on that Harrier. Oh, okay. Brilliant. Cheers, Steve. That's better. Okay, so I appreciate that. Well, I will save those settings for next time. Hold on. I just caught some SRS there. That's interesting. Maybe no one is transmitting on SRS. But it has kind of got me concerned that I'm missing a lot of audio feeds. Right, 30 seconds. I just want to try and find out what's going out wrong with the game audio. You should be able to hear my plane. Just running nicely. And also there's a lot of other game audio as well. Let me open the cockpit. You'll get a lot more ambient noise there, so which will tell us if things are working. Yeah, okay. Didn't have my parking brakes on. Stop messing about, just trying to get this audio fixed. See, if this was live television, we'd go to a commercial break. And sorry, Steve, the bot has kicked in about sending long messages. Sorry about that. That is fully automatic. That's nothing to do with me. I appreciate whatever the content of the message was. Maybe that's the problem. Right, let's try something else here. That looks like it's picking up game audio now. Okay, I think I'm going to go for a little fly. Appreciate you joining me. What I don't want to do is you just watch me sit on the tarmac for half an hour. So what I'm going to do, let's talk for a bit. Steve, I've never been banned from anywhere before, LOL. Apologies that you got into a bit of a situation with a bot on my live channel. So hopefully you don't remember my channel for the wrong reasons. They didn't ban you. Please tell me you didn't get kicked off. Please tell me you didn't get kicked off my channel for sending a message that's too long. Oh no. My microphone actually, I think, is clipping a little bit, so I can bring the audio down just a little bit there. Tell me if that goes too quiet, please. It is going into the red, so maybe that's causing the problem. Okay, Steve, I can't get over that. Sorry, mate. I've never been banned from anywhere before. LOL. Oh. What's going on here? Ah, someone's ejected. I think we got a problem. Uh-oh. I'd love to get SRS working because we can hear what everyone else is saying, but it seems to be. Let me see if I can get a radio check here, although maybe I'm on the wrong channel. Sorry, just bear with me. Note to myself, I've got to stop saying sorry. I won't be getting fed up of the YouTuber that keeps saying sorry to everybody. Don't land there. Do not land there. Well, okay. Because I'm sure that Spitfire's priceless. Good landing though. An access road. I'm well impressed with that. I'm well impressed with that as well. Maybe I don't want to fly, maybe I just want to sit here on the ground, because there's clearly people flying better than I can. Right, I will try an SRS test message, see if I can get a radio check. Let me just check the briefing to see if there is a comm channel. No, that's for DCS, I think. 133262. See briefing images. Ah, okay. So let's see if I can get. No, that's. I'm not sure. Well, I guess we can just check the traffic frequency. It's 133262, I think. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that crash. Not good. Did they eject? Hopefully. Right, 133. So, COM channel 1. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I need to tune in. I'm running a program called SRS. The DCS players probably very familiar with the SRS. You're probably more experienced than me. I have it set so it's pretty much automatic, and it will try and connect to the server. The problem is when let me disconnect and reconnect, see if it. Okay, so that disconnected. I'm not sure whether you heard any audio there. Still have a bit of an echo. Echo is back. Yeah, I need to. I'm not sure whether you heard that radio comm, so we're definitely hooked up with the Cobletti air traffic control here. I do want to try and get the SRS working. Again, probably. So there's the settings I'm using. If you can see that in the, oh no, you won't see that in the game stream. Yeah, echo is back. Thanks, Steve, for the update. It's really helpful. Without you, I'd have struggled. Stuart as well. Thanks for that, mate. Okay. You know what? I think I can do this with. Okay. I may be able to. Okay, maybe that'll help.
Clear to taxi to runway 25. Cobletti, clear to taxi to runway 25.
Okay, so I've connected. Apologies if that doesn't work. Okay, I'm going to get airborne now. This is taking way too long. So, what are we, 38 minutes into the stream, and I've just sat here in my virtual plane, doing virtual things with virtual audio. Echo is back, heard the ATC. Ah, brilliant. Thank you, Steve. Well, that's the first step of immersion. So, the ATC audio is perfect. I need to take a screenshot of that. The rest of your audio is terrible, but ATC audio is perfect. Thank you kindly. I think that Spitfire's just rubbing it in, really. Look at you, your modern F-18, sat there looking at all your dials. I've landed twice on a service road. Okay. Let's get in there. Right, sorry about the ATC, it does get a bit frenetic. Oh. Oh, no, poor Chinook. What happened there? That is no good. Okay. Right, I'm going to get airborne. SRS chat, devices, and picking up. That's interesting. So I'm just going to click one thing here, and then we're going to fly. I promise, we're going to fly. Maybe 5. Right, here we go.
Cobletti, clear to taxi to runway 25.
Okay. That's all I can do for today. So let me. I'm not sure what the frequency is. This is the problem. Although I did have a some audio before. Okay, SRS, we're going to try and communicate with other players here. This is Bermuda F-18 on ground at Cobaleti for a radio check, please. No. Okay, let's get airborne. Right, so I am going to quickly call the ground crew and get some fuel. Okay, so we're going to have fuel tank there, fuel tank there, and a fuel tank there. Okay. Look at that, we use 7% of our fuel just sitting there doing nothing.
Negative.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
Ah, the echo seems to be dependent on where you are looking. No echo. Audio is perfect. Save those settings. Steve, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right now.
Hold position. Hold position. Hold position. Hold position. Hold position.
Somebody's going crazy with the ATC.
Hold position.
But I'm going to save these
Hold
settings.
position. Hold position. Hold position.
Right.
Refueling complete.
Okay.
Hold position. Hold position. Hold position.
All right. We may need to turn that ATC off.
Flight controls.
Position. Hold position. Hold position.
Right. That's going to
Hold
do
position.
all of our heads in, isn't it?
Hold position. Hold position. Hold position. Hold position. Hold position. Clear to taxi to runway 25. Hold position.
Right.
Rearming complete. Hold position.
Hopefully that stopped. Clearly somebody had caused a problem there. Where they were. Let me see if I can find the active runway. I'll just spell this right. Cobaleti ATC. So
Cobaleti. Request takeoff.
Hold position. Hold position. Hold position. Hold position.
right, that's going to
Hold position. Hold position. Hold position. Hold position. Hold position.
okay. All right, let's roll. I'm not even sure anybody can hear me in this server, so I'm just going to try and take off. Ah, brilliant. Thanks, Steve. Audio's perfect. No echo or feedback. You know what? That's priceless information.
Hold position. Hold position.
I think
Hold position.
ATC is talking to me. Let me cancel my request and redo it. Abort takeoff. Right.
Ready? Clear to taxi to runway
Abort
25.
takeoff.
All right. Runway 25 is the active runway anyway, so.
Cobaleti, clear to taxi to runway 25.
Okay, that's good. So it's taxiing out to the right, although. Okay, this plane here is going to the wrong active runway. There's the Spitfire. Look at that. That is so impressive. Have a look here. We should come past that. Fly down an access road. I want to fly with that Spitfire. Ah, okay. That's why that. Right. Cobaleti traffic, Bermuda F-18, taxiing to active runway 25.
Cobaleti, hold position. Hold position.
Hold on. I know what I didn't do.
Hold
didn't.
position.
See, it's saying request takeoff. You know what?
Cobaleti. takeoff.
I'm just taxiing.
Hold position. Copy ready. Hold position. Hold position. Hold position.
I'm going to turn off COM 1.
Hold position. Hold position. Hold
No.
position.
It's on COM 2 now.
Hold position.
Let's turn COM... There we go. Let's avoid the Chinook. I think that was an engine malfunction. Look, they've got a replacement unit there. Sorry, there's a bit of lag on the video, on the gameplay. Right, so as you can see here, we've got our SA screen and our two DDIs, which I'll bring up. HSI and the HUD, just for a bit of situational awareness. But you cannot overspeed on the taxi, otherwise it will kick you out the server. This is quite a flexible aerobatic server, but they do not like people messing about too much. Let's get our HMD. That's helmet mounted display. I remember it's not active in this game. Data link is on. That should share our position. Slow down, watch your speed. IFF isn't working. But there's the data link there. I can hopefully share positions with other aircraft that have... Watch the pothole. Yeah. I've had enough about talking about potholes. I'm in the UK. If anybody else here is in the UK and can hear me, I'm sure you've said the word pothole more than once this year. Okay. Sorry ATC, I've switched you off because you're clearly too aggressive. Okay, let's just get airborne. So this plane behind, right. Bermuda's rolling. Okay, speed is alive. I maintain centre line. 160, rotate. Oh! You know what? That could not have been any worse. Did I see the plane? Yeah, at the last minute. I was too busy looking at my dials. Okay. 48 minutes of setting a plane up, go to take off, and I hit another plane head on. Whoops. That is unbelievable. I am absolutely speechless that the timing of that was pretty bad. Sorry to the other player, by the way. Obviously, it was not my intention to hit you. I did have runway 25 down as the active runway. Steve, thanks for that. Sleepless nights worth it. All audio is good. I have had some sleepless nights. I was up till 2 o'clock this morning. And I had to creep into the bedroom. I felt really naughty, actually, you know, creeping into the bedroom with a torch on my phone, with a glass of water. I said I'd be in bed by 11 o'clock. So, yeah, I felt like naughty. It'd have been alright if I'd have been out nightclubbing or going to the pub and saying, yeah, I'll be home. That was insane. That must have caused some damage, that did. Right, I'm going to get the plane started. This is going to be very quick. Viewers, Thanks for your patience. I want to get SRS working. Oh, I think it's disconnected. No, disconnect, connect. Okay, plane is firing up. It's fine. Wish I could get this chatter working. Definitely don't want ATC on again though. That was giving me a headache, I don't know about you. I don't think SRS is working. Okay, I'm probably going to have to park that for this session. Okay, engines are spooling up nicely. What I will do is, we should have comms now so I can request fuel. Oh, just think when that plane hit me, I was fully loaded with 3 external tanks as well. I didn't even have a chance to eject. Ah yes, fuel is kicked in.
Roll left, roll left.
Request rearming.
No. Oh, I
Flight
shouldn't have done
controls.
that.
Copy. Flight controls.
Alright, so we're going to set bingo 3,500, 3,000. Altimeter radar warning. I'm going to set to 400 feet. Master caution cancel. Okay.
Rearming complete.
You know what? Landing lights, taxi on. Let's put all our lights on. Formation lights, because clearly that other plane didn't see me. We've got the UK livery, maybe I need day glow pink. Ah, spectacular. Oh, I'm assuming you're talking about the crash. That was very cinematic, wasn't it? Oh, okay, and so was that. It is not uncommon for a plane in DCS to have bugs in it. It's a proper turn it off and on again. Thankfully you ejected out. I think this red circle is only applicable to VTOL aircraft, like the Harrier jump jet there. Although, hold on, that plane's got one. You know what? If you do know what that is, please let me know. I'm so curious. Now, there's the Spitfire landing on the service road again. Touch and go. Yeah. I'm impressed every time that Spitfire does that. Okay, so we have engine spool. Good. The plane is still going through its auto start checklist. What I don't want to do there is the arming, ejection seat arming. I don't want to start messing with that because it does play havoc with the auto start if you start interrupting it. What I will do, though, I can do, oh, right. I don't think the INS is aligned yet. That's why the bugs on the SA page are going a bit hypnotic on me. That's very hypnotic, actually. Okay. I only said I'd be in this server for an hour. That would give me literally 5 minutes of flight time. So I think I will extend it for half an hour. So appreciate you bearing with me. I'm going to get rolling. Whatever I need to set up. What I will do is, yes, on the fuel, I'm going to, override the center tank. There we go. I've had to remember how to do that. So we're now just feeding from the wing tanks. And what I'm going to do here is have those inner fuel tanks there selected, and we can jettison those in due course. And what we'll do, actually, we'll monitor our fuel. So we should just see here, left external, right external, decreasing in fuel volume as the center stays level. So we'll get rid of our two external left and right tanks first, reducing drag on the plane. Last thing I want to really be doing is aerobatics with all that fuel tank weight. And just check that it is going down. Is parking brake on? No, it's not. Just want to see if fuel flow is going up there. You can see. Oh, no. It's draining from the center tank as well. Sorry. My bad. There we go. Center tank stop. So it won't take fuel from the center tank. So I'm holding the plane on the brakes. Just want to see that come down to 2100. Come on. And the center tank stay at 2110. Oh. I knew that was going to happen. You'll see it anyway when we're rolling. I'm going to taxi anyway. I'm going to try one last SRS call. Turbulent traffic, Bermuda in an F-18, taxiing to active runway 25. Radio check, please, radio check. Nope. Maybe there isn't SRS on this. You know what? I'm delaying too much on it. Let's fly. That plane has gone that way. What's that plane? Is that plane coming in? A bit high. No. Or are they? I think they are. Do I risk taking off from active runway 25 and risk... the head on. Oh, beautiful landing, actually. That was really high approach. What plane? Oh, that was the plane that followed me out. That's the plane I think that saw me have the head on. Now they're correctly using 2.5, but where's that other plane gone? I'm going to risk it. Look at the windsock. You can probably see the windsock in the distance. I'm on maximum zoom, unfortunately. I'm going to taxi to 2.5. Here we go. Right, nose wheel steering is armed and active. Let's roll. Sorry, I'm just going to check my lights externally, just for peace of mind. There you go. All my lights are on. There's no reason why somebody shouldn't see me now. Let's roll. Oh yeah, okay, another plane is coming on 2.5, so I'm justified in that's the runway I'm going to take. If you crash into me, well, I hate to say it, but not my fault. I'll do my best to get off the runway as quick as possible to get airborne. But you know, this F-18 is loaded up with 3 fuel tanks. Yeah, I just want to show you that this Chinook is still smouldering away there. Or is that somewhere in the distance? No. Someone's crashed in the distance there. That's hold on, have I... Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay, wings. I should have put that onto normal. There we go. There you go, look. We're losing fuel. Getting a bit concerned about my abilities today. in more ways than one. Sound engineering and flying an F-18 and not selecting the right external tank configuration. I'm not doing very well today. Maybe that makes for good viewing, who knows. You know what, if you found it entertaining, please leave a positive comment, because I need all the positivity I can get at the minute. Okay. Oh, I'm just watching my speed. Last thing I want to do is get told off for over-speeding on the taxiway. And yet a Spitfire can land on the service road, although it's a Spitfire, isn't it? You know, you can't do any wrong if you're in a Spitfire, really. Although I probably would. Right, this pothole, less said about that, the better. Okay, I'm just going to sit here for 10 seconds. Right, now is that clear? Looks clear to me. Still got that red effect on that plane. It's very immersive, immersion braking. Right, I'm rolling. Let's do it. All right. We'll ignore the airframe ruin that's remains that are left on the. Okay, flaps are half. I'm not going to bother with trim stab. We're not in the aircraft carrier. Right, master caution, cancel. Let's roll. I need to get in the air as quick as possible. I've been here an hour and 2 minutes, and I got about 10 feet off the ground and hit another plane. Okay. Why am I keep getting master cautions? Okay, rotate. Okay. Round of applause, please. Gear up. Flaps up. We are airborne. And the crowd grows wild. Okay. Right, let's just do a couple of flight control tests. Yep. Hands up. Negative G. Positive G. Alright. And you'll be glad to know I went to the toilet before I got in the cockpit. And I've got some water here, which I'm going to need in a minute. Sorry about that, coughing in your ear. Okay. There is a bit of lag on the, and a bit of stuttering on the gameplay. Apologies for that. Right, can I take a drink of water without crashing the plane at 433 knots? Here goes. Okay. Okay, let's just check our fuel. Yep, external tanks are in use, centre tank. Inactive, right. I don't see much activity going on down there. You know what, I'm going to fly you patient people out to the dam, and let's, I promise not to crash. First thing I'm going to do is use up all the fuel in these external tanks, drop them so they can be recovered, because I'm very eco-friendly. I like to think this is an eco-friendly plane. Obviously in reality it isn't. Not seeing anybody. Maybe everyone's left the server. Maybe everyone has left the server because somebody like me hogging the runway and then crashing into everybody else. That's the way it feels anyway. Right, so let's just jump to the map. Now, I don't think this is cheating, obviously. I think modern planes. Okay, so I'm going to turn left. We're going to head here along this line of other players, hit the river, and then we can go to the dam. Okay, turning left, right left. 5.5 G in the turn. Mach 0.65. Woo! Alright, let's get down and dirty. Come on. Let's just go external so you can get a... ...300 feet, that's nothing compared to some of the friends that I fly with. They'll easily go down 20, 30 feet. They do fly with VR headsets. Well, so not everybody does. So yeah, I'm quite happy at about 300 feet, to be honest. Right, so we're heading west. I need to kind of go northwest, I think, and then we should pick up the river. Let me just check the map again. Things happen very fast at 500 knots. Okay, there you go. So we're just going to follow the coast up a little bit. Come inland a bit. 3 Gs in the turn. Nice. In my earlier days of virtual flying, sim flying, I would constantly be pulling negative G, inverted going over hills, and basically just cause compressor stalls in these jets. I didn't fully understand the physics. So, who says gaming cannot be educational? Well, I learned very quickly not to do that. Let's see how good I am. Let me see if I can get you to the dam without looking at the map. Let's have a bit of a challenge for myself. Right, mindful of the fuel, so we're getting very close to drop. So I want to put master arm on. That big yellow button there, no prizes probably for guessing what that is. Yeah? Emergency jettison. I have been known on more than one occasion in the heat of battle to jettison all of my weapons instead of hitting the red button for my fuel tanks. And I'm big enough and old enough to admit it was caught on video as well. Maybe one day I'll post that video where my colleague was flying along beside me and went, Bermuda, you've just dropped all your weapons. And me being me went, no, I haven't. I've just ejected my fuel tanks. And they went, no, look at your pylons. You have no weapons. And then I looked to my stores page. Here. And it looked like that. So, yeah. Again, I haven't done that for a long time. I think I need to clear these mountains and pick up the river, which takes us to the dam. Quite logical, really. Okay, let me just go to the fuel page. We've got external transfer. What I'll do when I'm ready to jettison the fuel, I'll go to external view, just to give you, it's very satisfying actually to watch them just barreling over, head over heels back to the ground. Obviously I'm mindful where I drop them. I don't want to be dropping them down there, do I? Last thing you want is however much one of those weighs to come through your roof. Right, Mach 1 point. Right, we've gone subsonic. You know what? Let's go down this valley here. Let's have a bit of fun. Hopefully we'll pick up the river.
Altitude. Altitude.
Okay, altitude warning. Don't know why I'm at 2,000 feet radar altitude. No, that's not right, is it? That cannot be right. I think there's something wrong with that. There is no way I'm 1,000 feet above the ground. I bet pilots than me would have been a lot lower, probably a lot faster as well, and made that look much nicer than I did. My alias here is Bermuda, and no guesses for how I achieved that name. I'm sure you can guess. I'm not going to tell you. I'm sure you've worked that one out for yourself already. The chat is quiet. That's good. Thank you for all your comments so far. Ah, look, here's the pylons. Okay, so I'm actually in the loop now. Embarrassingly, that means I've missed the dam. You know what? Just come over here. Watching my airspeed. All right, let's power up. I'm going to come down here. I want to go over the dam because I just... get excited flying over the dam. I can't remember whether in the film, that famous film with that famous person, was there a dam in that film? I can't remember. Hopefully. Just round this corner is the dam. Well, there's the pylons anyway, so probably easy to work out. But we're somewhere on the course. Do I go inverted over here? I should do, shouldn't I? Uh-oh. Nope. No, I think that would have been disastrous. Where is the... Damn, am I on the right course? Alright, I think, yeah. You're kind of seeing where my nickname was created. I think it's over here somewhere. Hello, is there a dam down there somewhere? Can you wave? Alright, now I'm being silly, aren't I? Oops, and I was going to get rid of my external tanks, wasn't I? Let's do that. I feel sorry for the person that's got to come out in there 4x4 and pick them up. Right, so let's check. Master arm is on. Jettison stores is selected. Left inner, right inner. Right. Problem is I can't do that simultaneously in external view. So what I'll do, I'm straight level. I'm going to hit that button, switch to external view, and you should see them jettison. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Jettison, external view. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My bad. All 3 tanks went. That's a bit embarrassing. Sure I didn't. No, I didn't have the centre tank. If I had that button, I would have seen why. I would have understood that ejecting. That wasn't my fault. Seriously, that was not my fault. That's going to leave a massive crater, that is. A full tank of fuel. Whoops. Alright, deselect. Master arm off. Jason safe. Right. I can worry about that when I get back to base and explain what happened there. Our fuel is, okay, £9,700. Where's the dam? Where's the dam? You know what? I'm looking at the map. I'm looking at the map. Or my GPS. Look at that. I'm going in the wrong direction. What a surprise. Okay, 180. Down here to the right. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, I think it's over there somewhere. 600 knots, this plane, it just flies like a little Cessna. It's just so graceful when you're delicate with the controls.
Altitude.
Why am I getting an altitude warning? Set it for 400 feet. I think the, can you set barometric pressure in this plane? I'm not sure you can. I'm hoping we're going to see the dam in a minute. What do you think the chances of that are? Hey, you know what? That's looking promising, isn't it? It's looking very promising. Right. Large body of water. Couple of pylons. What I hope is no one just suddenly comes around the corner starting the race circuit and there's an F-18 going the wrong way. That wouldn't be good, would it? We try and stay off the flight path. There's pylons there. Alright, I think this is the dam here. Don't see anybody in the vicinity, but that's not to say there isn't. There's the dam. Let's get down low. We're off the racing line. Now there's something wrong with this barometric radar. Oh no, it's not 400. You know, should we go back in there and see if we can do a circuit? I'm not sure I should actually. Oh, we might as well. We're here, aren't we? Right, let's see how much G I can pull. 6G. Okay. Alright. At least I didn't forget where the dam entrance was. Alright, first set of pylon. Oh, hold on. No, that can't be right. Look at that, I'm even too high just for the... I don't know how this is... how people can do this at the speeds that they're doing at. Look at me, I'm doing 300 knots and I'm feeling already way out of control. I think you literally have to fly below the top of the pylons. Oh, watch the trees. I'm really not comfortable. I do 230 knots, that's almost stalling the F-18. What's happening here? Oh, no, hidden away. Fluff that up, didn't I? Okay. Oh, trees, trees. Surely you can't go lower than those. You watch, that Spitfire will come and overtake me in a minute. Assuming I'm going this way. Yeah. Oh, tight. I didn't read what that message said. Message shed? Message. You know what? I give up today. I give up. What that message said. This is very relaxing, isn't it? Oh no, I think I've been here before. Left or right, left or right. Last minute decision. I think I've done this before and I've got it wrong. Ah, there's the pylon, so I'm not going to make that. Gee. Nope. So I spoke about that film earlier with that very famous actor. He would have done this no problem. In real life and in the sim. I know that. I'm also jealous of his hair as well as his flying abilities. But the less said about that, the better. It's not a fetish, don't get me wrong. Not like that. Just having ridden motorcycles for most of my life, having good hair isn't something that kind of goes with it. I'm jealous of anybody with good hair. Okay, so I'll totally fluff that up. Right. What I'm going to do, head back towards Cobbletti. Let's see what's happening now. Yes. Probably warned me because I went negative G. Woohoo!
Well, right.
Yeah. Oh, there's another pylon. Sure, wherever that was on the course. Sorry, did I just have a go at my plane for telling me to roll right? Thought I was in a crash. It's really bad manners, isn't it? That is not the done thing. It's not the done thing at all. Alright, fuel state. Plenty. Right, I'll tell you what I'll do. Just get over this ridge here. And look at that, we're doing Mach 1.25. So I'm going to get low, down and dirty, and then I'm going to literally
Altitude.
go vertical.
Altitude.
And let's see how quick we can climb to, say, 30,000 feet. Alright? Okay, so let's get it down to about 400 feet. There we go, 400 feet. Look at that, 1.25. Right, let's go vertical. Now, okay, try and keep her high climb as possible. 75 degree climb. Right, 85. See if I can go, there we go, 90. I don't want to go over the top. No. Look at that. 25,000 feet, 26. What's the negative G? Look at that, 30,000 feet in what? 15 seconds? Right. Alright, watching out for the stall. No. No. Come on, baby. Yeah. Come on, recover. Just get some airspeed. Yeah, come on. Yeah, she's coming out of it. G, it. That's a whole different topic, why we give names and identities to inanimate objects. That could have got very nasty. I have put an F-18 into a flat spin. Okay, let's head to Cobblet. The server is very quiet on the chat, but I think that is just me. The settings. And as you can see, that used a lot of fuel. Almost £2,000 worth of fuel that minute. 7,000 feet. Oh, disappeared.
Altitude. Altitude.
Let's see if I can get. I do want to try and do it properly. Can I get Cobbletti back?
Cobbletti, inbound.
Nope. I'm not sure. Not sure where they are. Let me try again. I'll look up the frequency in a minute.
Cobbletti, inbound.
Go to alternate. Okay. I really wish I could have got SRS working. Next time, I promise. Yeah. Get the sound sorted out. Get the game audio sorted out. Yeah. Okay. Cobbletti is transmitting. I'm not even going to attempt air-to-air refueling. I have not mastered that yet.
Cobbletti, request navigation assistance.
I'm going to get told off, aren't I, for transmitting. Alright. Oh, it's turn 160. Alright, let's do some low flying. Well, in terms of aerobatics, I haven't really done much, have I? My main focus is don't crash, do not overstress your airframe. And when I say don't crash with the ground or another pilot. Well, I'll tell you what, on the way back, let's just do a bit of external flying, just so you can. No!
Bingo.
Did you see that? I don't normally fly in external view. I'm sure I scraped the floor. There's probably grass on the inside of my plane now. Yeah, I think there is. Right, come off there. I'm sure somebody was walking their dog down there and just dropped their cheese and pickle sandwich.
Bingo. Bingo.
Sorry about that. Dog walking with your cheese and pickle sandwich. I'll take the blame for that entirely.
Bingo. Bingo.
What I love about this plane is its air brake and its manoeuvrability. Close down. Okay, negative G. I know I've got to stop doing that.
Bingo. Bingo.
That it automatically put the speed brake down. That was impressive. I didn't do that manually. There you go. Whoops.
Altitude.
Okay,
Altitude.
let's stop messing about. Let's land this plane. Ah, okay. Am I lost?
Bingo.
A little bit.
Bingo.
A little bit. I'm sure. I'm sure the airfield's around here somewhere. I think we're heading in the general direction. Okay. Hey, you know what? If you're watching, listening, please don't hold back. I'm an adult. Give me a score out of 10
Bingo.
for my flying
Bingo.
and the video. You know, it's any feedback is better than no feedback. I'm going to give myself
Fuel low.
3 out of 10.
Fuel low.
3 out of 10. I had one crash, wasn't my fault.
Taxi to parking area.
You know, it's
Bingo. Bingo.
I did my best. I can do better. I know that. All right, where are you? Coballetti Airfield. Oh, this looks familiar.
Bingo. Bingo.
This looks familiar. Is that it there? Nope. Nope. Come on. There's got to be an airfield down there. Oh. Do I really want to ask ATC? Hold on, there's a plane. There's some. You know what? I think it's over there.
Taxi to parking area.
But I'm mindful here.
Bingo.
Fuel is low. Fuel is low. Center on normal. Okay. We're okay. We're okay. What I need to do though is 2.5. Right, I'm gonna have to come in.
Bingo. Bingo.
Yeah, there's definitely a runway over there. There's got to be. All right, let's have a bit of a play. Let's go through the hills here, rather than just being sensible and flying over the top with a bingo warning. Let's get a bit crazy.
Bingo. Bingo.
Let's get a bit, not crazy. Hold on a minute. Hold on.
Altitude. Altitude.
Alright. I'm totally embarrassed. I was going to fly over the hills, and there is our destination airfield. Whoops. Now, hold on. I've got to be careful. The last thing I want to do is have another slight
Bingo. Bingo.
contact with another plane. If you catch my
Altitude.
drift.
Altitude.
Where are they? So that is runway 25 when I fly down, but it looks like, yeah. Which way is that plane? Look how low that plane is. That is just beautiful.
Bingo. Bingo.
Beautiful. Right. There's a couple of planes moving around on the runway there. That this is not going to end well. I can just feel it. I can just feel it. So I can't announce my position because I cannot chat to other pilots. ATC are probably just going to keep telling me off.
Bingo.
Oh, look at, I mean,
Bingo.
there's quite a lot of damage down there. Is there anybody on the runway? Is that Spitfire again? Sorry for the jerky head. It is. That's that Spitfire. He's coming up for a play. Sorry, my friend. I have very little fuel. And I'm probably going to flame out in a minute. I'll give you a quick wing. But, please.
Bingo.
You can't hear me. I know you can't, but I'm coming into land.
Altitude.
Right.
Altitude.
Ease back. Let's get the speed down. Get my gear down and flaps down. This may not end well. I'm going to do my best. Of course I am. Short final. Right. Gear down. Flaps down.
Bingo. Bingo.
Right. Gear locked. Okay. Please forgive me if you're about to take off or land. Obviously I will try and go round. Let's have a quick look. Anybody on the runway? No, there isn't. Anybody taxiing to the runway? Oh, gee. We've got a... Oh, no, we've got two. Look at that. That's how
Bingo.
good is that?
Bingo.
Sonic boom! Alright. Let's try and make it look like I can do something. Well. Navigation, poor. Sound engineering, poor. Bit high. Come on. Bring it down. Centre light.
Bingo. Bingo.
Flare. Oh, hey. Was that good or what? Alright, let's get off the runway as quick as possible. V-brake up. Come on, let's get off. Man, this is... Alright.
Bingo. Bingo.
Alright. Watching my speed. Oh, look at that. That is skill. Come on. Oops. That isn't skill. The other pilot was skill, not me. Look at them two having a play. Spitfire.
Bingo. Bingo.
You know what? Quite lively here today. Look at that. No air show I've ever been to, would that be allowed? That is low. They're going to come over the ground line. Look at this. Look at that. Sonic boom. That was sweet.
Bingo.
Right. Speed brake down. Flaps up. Sorry, is there somebody taxiing there? Yes, it is. I'll get out your way. Sorry, they're facing the other way anyway.
Bingo. Bingo.
Uh-oh. Bermuda, you are exceeding safe taxi speeds. 37 knots. I did get told off there. Right, let's park up. Let's park up and let's find a nice little quiet corner where I'm not going to bother anybody. Oops, sorry. Let me...
Bingo. Bingo.
I can't believe I got told off for going too fast on the taxiway. I thought I was doing really well. Okay. My manoeuvring on the ground is pretty poor. So actually that wasn't too bad. I'm used to moving around on a carrier deck.
Fuel low.
Fuel
Fuel
low.
low.
Yep. Fuel is low.
Bingo. Bingo.
Okay. External view. Nope.
Taxi to parking area.
What? Give me the view. Ah, hold on. Giving me comms menu open. External view. Okay, not too bad. I think I passed my driving test with that. Not too bad at all. Those two pilots are having some real fun there. Just doing laps of the airfield. Let's watch them come around again. Maybe I can grab that as a thumbnail. Where are we?
Bingo. Bingo.
Nope. The one time I wanted them. Oh, that was so loud in my headphones. Sorry about that. I literally jumped. I jumped out of my skin then. My ticker isn't up to being
Bingo.
scared like that.
Bingo.
I'll check my pulse. I think I need to hook myself up to a heart monitor when I play this game. Is that the pilot that's just buzzed? I think it is. Hold on. My mouse is doing things on the screen. Of course, I'm not in cockpit, am I? So I'm muttering to myself.
Bingo. Bingo.
That was funny. Okay, so what do I do now? I think I'm going to call it a day. I'm not sure if anybody is still listening. If you are, thank you for, and watching, sorry. Thank you for joining this session. That was a graceful take.
Bingo. Bingo.
Really appreciated that you came along, and thanks to Steve and Stuart for your input and feedback on the audio. That was really appreciated. Thank you kindly. I'm definitely going to do some more tinkering and learning. And look at that. That one plane just flew over the other one and just landed beautifully. That's the one plane that's just been doing circuits. It's not watching the taxi. Oh, 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 oh!
Clear to taxi to runway 25. Negative.
That ended better than I thought it was going to. Oh, ejected.
Bingo. Bingo.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? This is a test aircraft. Let's test out the eject mechanism. Cockpit closed. But I'm going to be a conscientious
Bingo.
pilot. I'm going to
Bingo.
turn the engines off. Plane is powering down. Alright, ejecting. 3, 2, 1. No. No, no, no. Didn't do it. I can't even do that right. You know why? Look at that. How did I do that? The arming handle wasn't in. Alright, now it'll do it. Woohoo! What a thrill. Oh no, don't land on the plane. That's going to hurt. Well, I guess that cost $100,000 to do that. Anyway, I'm rambling on. I'm going to end the stream now. It's been a pleasure. Anybody watching who is still watching. If you're not still watching, then you're obviously not going to hear my fine words, but I appreciate you flying with me today. My name is Bermuda, and hopefully fly with you again soon. Take care, everybody.